On the morning of November 12, citizens of Monrovia had a rude awakening by the sounds of machine guns, fire, and rocket-propelled grenades vibrating from the Executive Mansion, the home of the President, and also the Liberia Broadcasting Corporation, LBS. Shooting persisted throughout the morning until General Quiwonkpa's voice was heard on television and on radio. I am General Thomas Quiwonkpa. The government of Samuel Doe has been overthrown. Though it is in hiding, there is no escape for him. The National Patriotic Forces have taken over the reins of power. We do not want bloodshed. The officers and men of the armed forces of Liberia are hereby ordered to disarm and remain in the barracks. We have sufficient manpower to attack the country by land, sea, and air. Now, this speech that General Thomas Quiwonkpa read was prepared by Dr. Famula just before they invaded the country. That he didn't need to depend on the armed forces of Liberia. Why did he do this? Because they wanted to neutralize Quiwonkpa. They wanted to keep him in isolation because there was a coup d'etat among the very group that came to remove Doe. Now let me elaborate. The group that came was 35 in number. 30 Sierra Leoneans that were given them by President Momo of Sierra Leone upon the influence of Dr. Famula, who has a Sierra Leone connection. And there were only 5 Liberians. The 5 Liberians were Joseph Beer, Emmanuel Dennis, Kopa Tia, Quiwonkpa himself, and Major Makui. These were the 5. And so the plan was, look, don't encourage the armed forces to come near the general. If the general should succeed in killing Doe, then you guys should kill Quiwonkpa immediately and invite me to take the reign of power. And then let the world know that Quiwonkpa died in action. And that was the plan. And so when they came to Monrovia, I went to join them. I was at my house that morning when the sound of gun began to vibrate. I saw 2 journalists, my colleagues, my friends. We lived together, and for many years we knew each other. And that is, what is it, Charles Bayon, and another guy, Kwame Clement. They came to my house and said, Johnson, there's a shooting at the station. We would like to go there, but we are afraid. And I said, okay, if you are afraid, then you wait, we'll go together. So I went with them to make sure it was really Quiwonkpa speaking or not. When I got to the radio station, this is the time I met General Thomas Quiwonkpa. I met him at the time he was leaving the radio station himself, coming out, when the Sierra Leone guy arrested me and disarmed me. Because people were not to take guns in there other than those who already came to the country. So when Quiwonkpa came, he asked him to return my guns and asked me to join them. So I was happy to join them because, as I told you earlier, I had a predetermination in my mind long before they did a Quiwonkpa to join any group of people to move the government that was killing its own babies, lie on its own babies and killing them. So this, I felt, was my opportunity, was the best chance. So I joined Thomas Quiwonkpa. But when I joined General Thomas Quiwonkpa, I was also taken aback. If he came to really revolutionize this country, to overthrow the government that he felt was so oppressive, I wonder why he had to go all the way, saying no bloodshed, soldiers return to the barracks, we do not want bloodbath. And he also said if people shoot anyone, those people will be immediately executed. What if the group he was depending on by air, by land, by sea, if they had come, I wonder if they won't kill. Because there is no revolution that has ever been staged that I know in Africa without bloodshed. You must shed blood. Those people you are going to remove from power will defend. They won't take it lightly with you. So if you don't succeed, they get rid of you. So the blunders that were created made Quiwonkpa to go into hiding when he heard about the death of Joseph Beer, when he heard about the counter coup, the coup that was in, the very coup that they brought. He could not stand it any longer because he had already left the radio station and he had heard that the AFL troops were very close to the radio station and there was no way to go back there to tell the AFL that he wants to disarm and return to the barracks to come once again to his aid. He could not do so. So Quiwonkpa said goodbye to me and he was leaving. I didn't know where he had gone to. I thought he went to BDC. When I rushed to BDC, I couldn't see him. I came back to the station. They were shooting. Then I left to go to the 72nd to get the ammo personnel carrier because I can drive it. And I got one good guy to shoot a 50 caliber that was mounted there.